Yo, welcome to Stickman Reads. Raise your hand if you've ever had a bad day. Wow, you raised your hand before Daddy could finish. Well, if you ever had a bad day, we think you'll enjoy today's story called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, written by Judith Yorst and illustrated by Ray Cruz. And yeah, this one's a family favorite of ours. Y'all ready to get in this?
Yeah.
Here we go. All I can hear it. Like it? Say thank you? Alright. Y'all ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is a classic, and there's a bunch of other books in this series. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth. Can you guys chew gum? And now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad
day.
Oh man, getting gum in your hair is no fun. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. I remember when Daddy was a boy and they would have toys in cereal boxes, but they don't really have that anymore. Shows you how old Daddy is. Carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm gonna get car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him in the very, very back. Scrunched and smushed. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. How do you draw an invisible castle?
It's just a blank.
At singing time, she said, I sang too loud. At counting time, she said, I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I remember having best friends and ordering them when I was a kid. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. See him yelling? He's yelling at his friends. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert?
His.
It was a terrible, horrible, can you say it with me? No good, very bad day. There he is. No dessert. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia.
Also have to go to the dentist.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Probably. But he doesn't know that. He's not thinking about that. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. And while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And, look at there. He's in the mud crying. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. See how grumpy he is? Can you guys make that face? When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Look at the mess. Look at the huge mess. Which, by the way, there's a copying machine. That's a really old one. And all the papers are shooting out. And they spilled the crayon, the pencils, and the ink everywhere.
Wow.
There were lima beans for dinner. And I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. And I hate kissing. Arrow said, bleh.
Only I love kissing.
Only you love kissing?
Yeah.
I do too. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas.
Really?
Man, can it get any worse? What a bad day. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out. And I bit my tongue. Have you guys ever bit your tongue before?
Yeah.
Doesn't it hurt?
Yeah.
The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. See, it has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says, some days are like that, even in Australia. So, sometimes we all have bad days. And we hope that, at least if you're reading this one, you can maybe say, you know what, maybe my day's not as bad as Alexander's. Again? Well, hey, if you guys want to read it again, check out the description below and you can find out how you can add this very same book to your library and you can all kind of chuckle at Alexander's terrible, no good, very bad day. Again. All right, can you guys say bye? Let's say bye. Have a wonderful day.